All right, we'll get started here. First of all, what an afternoon, huh? What an atmosphere that was in there for the women's basketball game. Thanks for everybody for coming out, and I just want to wish everybody a good afternoon, and thanks for taking the time to join us today. This is an exciting day for the women's volleyball program as we name our new head coach. In March, we had the opportunity to name Daniel Jones as our interim head coach, and it was an opportunity for Daniel, but I think it was also an opportunity for us as an athletic department. What I saw in Coach Daniel in a leadership role was a coach that was committed to the academic and athletic achievements in our volleyball student athletes. A coach that is committed to developing student athletes into a team that will compete for Big Sky championships and also NCAA tournament appearances. And a coach that will recruit student athletes to Montana State University that has the same goals for academic and athletic success. But one of the best parts about this process was meeting with the current student athletes. The conversations I had with them ensured me that our volleyball student athletes are committed and dedicated to achieving championship caliber results in the classroom and on the court. I'm also excited about the coaching staff Daniel has assembled. Together, the program took a big step forward this year, and I'm excited for the future of Bobcat volleyball. And at this time, I would like to introduce our new Montana State head volleyball coach, Mr. Daniel Jones.
Good. Well, is it my turn to say something? Is that the deal?
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I wrote a few things down just so I don't mess this up completely. But I think the biggest thing I want to say is how grateful I am for this opportunity. It's been an extremely humbling 6 months. Well, how long has it been now?
Almost 8 months.
Almost 8 months. I've lost track. But it's been very humbling from the standpoint of all the support that I've received. Obviously, we came into this situation not expecting it. And just to be able to have the opportunity that we did was extremely humbling. But I think, you know, the thank yous begin with obviously President Cruzado for her support and her willingness to support me in this role. Leon here and Cami have been so supportive throughout this process. And the whole department as a whole, you know, it's been a really sweet experience for me as I look out upon everyone's faces now, just to recognize everyone and all the support that I've received personally and the team has received collectively. So it's just, you know, I'm so excited about the opportunity. I'm going to get through some people here, so you just got to bear with me a little bit. I want to thank my team. There's two groups I'm going to get emotional about, and one's the team. I love them dearly, and I'm so grateful for their support. Without them, obviously, I wouldn't have a job. But also without them, we wouldn't have the success that we have had. And their ability to adapt, to work hard, to grind, to make this program, to begin to make this program what we all want it to be, has stood out to me from the very beginning. And just the experience that we've had together as a group over the last 8 months has not always been easy, but it's been thoroughly enjoyable. These young women are incredible, and they represent the program, they represent themselves, they represent the school extremely well, and I'm so excited to continue to be able to lead them as they do that. Katie and Cole, our two assistant coaches, incredible, just incredible, and their ability to step in at short notice here and be able to fulfill the roles that they have to such a high level. We talk a lot about in our program about the experience that we're bringing in as a coaching staff, and I think Leon alluded to that in his opening statements. But just to have the experience that we do with Cole coming from Nebraska, Katie coming from Washington State, the high level experience and understanding they bring and their support, both professionally and personally for me, has been very humbling. I do want to mention some names that may mean nothing to the rest of you, but mean an awful lot to me. At this time, I want to thank my predecessor, JJ. He's a very dear personal friend, and without him, I would not have had this opportunity that we do have now. Beth Lanier down at Utah gave me my first start in America. I'm a little kid from New Zealand, and I'm living my dream. And Beth was able to wrangle some things when I first came out and get me a visa and give me the opportunity to be here. And I'm forever grateful for that. Heather Olmstead, who's now down at BYU, is another person who was instrumental in helping me get here. Sam Martoa at Utah Valley, a dear friend, and of my former head coach, and just so influential in my career. And last but definitely not least is a man called Nathan Samu, who no one will have heard of. But he was my first head coach when I first started coaching. And he's back in New Zealand, and I've spoken to him recently. He just got out of hospital. And is a man who means an awful lot to me. Sorry, it's a big day. It's been a long time coming. I've been on an 8-month job interview, so there's some emotion there. Obviously, the Side Out club members that we have are incredible. They've been so supportive throughout this process and opened their arms and opened their homes to our team and to me, and I'm so appreciative of that. And of course, all of our fans in Bobcat Nation, wherever we go, we are so well supported. This is such a unique institution, such a unique athletic department, and the opportunities that we have to serve and to represent this community is such a privilege. And I am extremely, extremely humbled to be able to continue to have that privilege and earn that privilege on a daily basis. And the final thank you I've got is for my wife, Lacey, and our children. There's the one that cuts me up. She has to deal with me every day. And I think most coaches will tell you that they have someone in their support structure, whether it be a wife or a husband or a significant other, who makes them who they are. Lacey is my backbone. Lacey puts up with me when I go home when we win. Lacey puts up with me when I go home when we lose. When we get a recruit, when we don't get a recruit, she knows all about it. She's in this program. She's part of this program. And I'm so appreciative of that. Our children are Bobcats. We've had 2 of them born in Bozeman here now, and all they know is the Bobcats. So to be able to continue to raise them as Bobcats means the world. We are invested in this community as a family. We are invested in this team, this athletic department, and what we are trying to build here as a family. And I couldn't be more grateful than to have the opportunity to continue that investment, continue that growth of our family here in Bozeman, Montana. So I don't know if I've covered everybody. I've probably missed somebody. But I think the overarching message that I want to express is just how humbled I am for the support and how grateful I am for the opportunity. You know, I really believe what we are doing here under Leon's direction at the moment as Montana State Athletics is truly special. It is not common. And we talk about not being common in our program, and it's unique to be a part of a department that is not common. This department is filled with incredible people, from the facilities staff all the way through to the top. And to have their support and the knowledge that we are supported wholeheartedly by them is so humbling. So with that being said, that's about all I've got to say. So I guess, do we open it up for questions? Is that what we do now? If you don't, that's okay too.
Was there a moment this year when you knew that you were fit to be the head coach? Was there like that moment where you felt right?
You know, I think it was remarkable in the sense that from day one in the gym, it felt right. The first 2 months or so in the office when I was having to figure things out and plan and prepare, you know, I was questioning and I was, you know, debating how we wanted to do things our way. I think the neat part for me, as I remember saying this early on in the process as we first got going with the season, is we didn't have to change the world. You know, JJ and I came in as a partnership, and what we are doing, what we were doing, I truly believed in. So we didn't have to change the world. So that was one of the neat things. But there was always that struggle of, am I doing it the right way? Am I putting my stamp on it? And once we had that first day in the gym on August 8th, I believe it was, everything felt right. I felt at peace with it. So, you know, it's not a mantle I've held easily because it wasn't anticipated, but it definitely felt right, and it feels more than right now, for sure.
That was an 8-month job interview. Is there some relief off your shoulders that you can kind of take the interim off the front of that head coaching position?
Yeah, it's huge. You know, I've joked with a few people that, well, it's not a joke, it's reality. We went out for dinner the night Leon told me as a family, and I said to my wife, I literally feel 10 pounds lighter. Like the weight of my shoulders just, you know, I had a physical response to it. So for sure, the being able to lift that interim tag and know what we're doing as a family and know that we continue building this program as we want to and as we have been was huge. And I think one of the really exciting parts right now, beyond personally and for our family, is that I can start telling recruits. Because we've got recruits who are waiting to hear what I'm doing with it as far as the job goes. And to be able to get on the phone and send, text messages, images, whatever it is, over the next hour or two is going to be really exciting for us as a program, because I know that we work really hard on recruiting, and if we can continue to get the recruits that we want, then it's going to be a great future for this program.
Coach, you said you wanted to make this program to what you want it to be. What do you want this program to be?
We've talked about it from the beginning. This program is storied. I know, the last 10, 12 years have not been what we want it to be here. But this program is storied. We know the history of the program. We know Dave Gant's success here. We know Bill Neville started the program, who's a legend in the coaching world. And we know that we have the ability to do that again. So what do we want? We want to be Big Sky Conference champions. We want to be perennial contenders in the Big Sky. We want to be regionally a powerhouse. We want to, have teams in the Pacific Northwest who fear playing us. We want to be nationally relevant. And all those things will come over time. We have a timeline in mind. I'm not going to put days or months or years on it, but it's a progression about what's first. And the first thing is we need to make it to the Big Sky Conference Championship. And proof was in the pudding this year. We beat the Big Sky Conference champions. So we have the ability, we have the talent, we have the knowledge to go out there and compete in the Big Sky and be successful. We've just got to do it more consistently. And from there, the other goals will roll in.
Yeah, was this year a good first step in 10 wins? Was the first double-digit win mark for a while, I think 5 years or so. So what happened this year that maybe put you on that course to where you want to be?
I look to the young women to your left, and I look at the young women in the back of the room, and they're the reason. I think as a coaching staff, we're dialed in. I think we're able to bring some high-level knowledge, some training, some scouting reports, but at the end of the day, it's up to the young women in the program to go out and execute those. And we've got young women who are invested in this program, who want to be Bobcats, who want to see the success of this program. And to be able to pass the reins to them at game time and have complete faith of them was extremely enabling as a head coach. I think at times, as a coach, you scratch your head and, oh, what do we need to do better? What do we need to do here? What do we need to do there? And I know for a lot of us in the program, we need to believe that we can win those matches. And there is that sense of belief growing, and that's coming from within the team. And we can tell them till we're blue in the face that they can do it, but until they believe it, and I think they're starting to believe it. I know they're starting to believe it. It's showing, and it's a good thing.
Anything else? All right, thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Appreciate it.
Good job. Good job.
Thanks, everybody.